I'm doing a review on With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. Let's get started and talk about it. Okay, I have reviewed Riley Sager's books before, and Riley Sager wrote one of my very favorite books. I know I've mentioned this so many times. My two favorite thrillers are Silent Patient by Alex McKinless, The Only One Left by Riley Sager. And I'm going to tell you, first of all, before I tell you about this book, With a Vengeance, and I'll briefly tell you, I want to tell you what I like about him as an author that I think sets him apart. I definitely think his books are worth reading. If I were to look at all the books he's written, and I've read, I think, all of his books, there might be one I haven't read. But my two favorite books of the ones he's written are The Only One Left and The House Across the Lake. And what I like about his books is this. His storylines or plots are different than what I hear from other books. Think about something for a moment. When there's a lot of thriller authors, I mean, growing up, you know what, I don't remember there being that many. Well, when you have a lot of people writing thrillers, guess what? You see a lot of similar storylines. I mean, how do you come up with original ideas? What I like about him is a lot of his storylines are what I call original ideas. And I do think he's a good writer. So I want to say I really like that. This particular book, it wasn't everybody's favorite. Maybe it's because it's different than his other books, but I would give it a 4-star for a variety of reasons. First of all, it's well written. I could easily follow along. There's multiple characters, but there was such a flow with the characters, and I felt like I got to know the characters, so it had good character development. So I liked that. And it was set in a different time period, which I liked. It was set in 1942, and then it goes after the war, so into the early 50s, and I liked that. I'll just say this because I don't want to give it away. There's a lady named Anna, okay? And her family has been wronged. I'll just say that, okay? So Anna is out for revenge, and she knows who's wronged her family. And so what she does is she wants to rent out this train going from Philly to Chicago non-stop. So she buys all the tickets. She has this entire thing planned. And so people get an invitation to go on this train. And it's a sentence that would entice them that, hey, you better be on this train or your secrets might be told, things like that. And so people are like, okay, I'm invited on this train ride. I better go. It kind of reminded me a little bit about kind of like an Agatha Christie whodunit, because her plan is, because these people that are invited on the train did something that's against the law, okay? And her family suffered because of it. Well, she's not planning on harming them, but she has information to give the FBI. And so she wants to take them all the way through, then nonstop to Chicago and turn them over to the FBI. But obviously things don't go as planned, and one by one, people get knocked off on the train, okay? So it's kind of like a whodunit. I found it extremely entertaining. I liked it. I give it a solid 4 stars. I mean, there were a few little parts that dragged a little bit, but it did keep my interest. There's multiple characters, so you do need to kind of follow along. But I love books that go into different time periods, and I find Riley Sager's books refreshing because he has so many original ideas, and I think he definitely deserves credit for that. And I love, a story that's on a train. I just think it's kind of interesting. So I don't know if this would be something you'd want to read, but I would recommend reading it. And let me know if you've read any of Riley Sager's books, and if so, which one's been your favorite. That's all I have to say. Love you, appreciate you, and hope to see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.